Hey everybody. There's a huge attack on masculinity going on. And it's not even just on masculinity, it's just on health in life, period. Um, there's a lot of estrogen being leaked into our food, our products, our waters, um, our air, and everything. And I've spoken about this a couple of times on Facebook, and I got a lot of backlash from people thinking that I'm like anti-gay or whatever, whatever your sexual orientation is. That's not the case. The case is that all of this homosexual stuff that's going on is linked along with the ovarian cancer, breast cancer, and all these things. Um, and estrogen, if you guys don't know about estrogen is a female hormone. And this female hormone is being leaked into our food, our water, and all these things. And when you're taking in estrogen, it makes you more feminine. It makes your hair softer, your jawline smoother. It makes you more curvaceous, all these things. Transvestites are turning themselves from men, full men, to women based on hormone therapy. And so if a man can literally turn himself into a woman based on taking estrogen, these female hormones, and they start to feel more feminine and look more feminine. If we're drinking this stuff and it's in our food, it's in the chicken, soy, has a lot of estrogen within it. If we're taking that in, what will it do to us? We see an epidemic of little girls growing up with very large breasts and buttocks, being overly shaped, starting their menses way too soon. You see an epidemic of ovarian cancer, breast cancer, cervical cancer. Then you also see a lot of feminine men or males that are growing breasts. And even if they're not homosexual, they are more docile and softer and more gentler, opposed to being aggressive and raw. And, where are our soldiers at? What is going on? And, there's scientists that has come out and spoke about the gay gene being leaked and all these different things. But we're drinking this estrogen in our water, and it's also what it will do is it will cause women to go into menopause soon, and it will cause you to be erratic and overly emotional, whether you're a male or a female, because when your hormones are not balanced, it can make you chaotic in your mind. You're based upon your hormonal balances or imbalances, it can make you hate your favorite color. It can make you, hate your favorite food. So maintaining our hormones and taking our hormones into our hormonal health into consideration is really imperative, is vital, is essential for us as a human race being, so that there's an attack on us due to the hormonal imbalances. And I just really want to reach out and speak about this issue because people aren't paying attention to it. And it's serious. It's very, very serious. You guys look into these things yourself. Having too much estrogen can cause a whole host of issues with the endocrine system, with everything. And it's time for us to wake up. It's time for us to wake up. It's time for us to stop acting as if people are really, our government is here to protect us. How are they here to protect us so much when the people that are running this world, they are the same people that killed off the Indians, the same people that killed off the Jews, that, enslaved the blacks, and, pushed the Mexicans out of America, and I'm not talking about white people. I'm not talking about white people or your everyday white people or anything like that. I'm talking about the powers that be that are in control over this world. They have been killing and conquering. So they got smarter with their killing and their conquering tactics. They're not going out there, so much with their guns. You see that on a low scale, but now it's a chemical warfare, and a hormonal warfare. They have done all these studies, and they know what will happen when we are when we're taking in more feminine hormones. It makes a male more docile, and you wonder why we don't see men up and rioting and rising toward the powers that be, and that's going on right now. Like, we need a serious revolution. This is some crazy stuff that is happening. And why Why haven't the men formulated a very strong army? Well, when they're taking these things in, what could happen? Like, it's just basic science. So what I will say, if you have a son that's saying, "Oh, mommy, I don't really feel like I'm a real boy. I feel like I'm supposed to be a girl," that's fine. Love your child. But instead of getting him female hormones for him to turn more into a woman, try giving him natural testosterone building herbal concoctions um, that are safe for the body and for consumption, and see how he feels a couple of years down the line. Why not try that? Even if you're grown and you feel like, oh, I just want to take female hormones. I don't feel like a man in this body and da 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 da. Try taking male hormones. Try taking testosterone for a couple of years, 2 years, and see how you feel. Then, before you completely change your sex, try working with nature. You may not feel comfortable in your body because you're taking in these female hormones. So you don't feel regular. And then people say, "Oh, but what about the people that were born gay? Or what about the people that were born transgender?" That's fine, but their mothers are taking in too much estrogen from the chicken, from the birth control, from all these other things that are in our body, from the air, from the water. So it's already in us to have an overwhelming amount of estrogen. And women wonder why their periods are, out of whack or out of sync. The powers that be, their agenda is for population control. And if you have an epidemic of homosexuality and cancer, that is going to control the population. It's time to wake up and get wise, you guys. We really need to start thinking about these certain things that are going on. Much love, much respect. This is not to pass any judgment to your lifestyle upon nobody. I'm just here speaking from the heart, speaking truth and speaking science. And it is what it is. Research it for yourself. Peace.